Hello and welcome back to another video. I got an email from Kemper this morning saying that OS 8.2 is out, which is the software update for the Kemper profiler, and I was like really interested because they had some new fuzzes and a new EQ. Went on the Kemper website and of course found that it was actually released a few weeks ago. So as ever, I'm behind the curve. And I thought I'll do a video for YouTube of the new Kemper update. It's already out, everyone's already got it. However, this is an interesting update because they've added some fuzzes, which was kind of like the weak link in the Kemper stomp boxes. So if you don't know the Kemper, you get the amps, all of the amps, which is modeling, and then you have the overdrive pedals and all the rest of it, which are not modeled in the same way. They're not profiled after actual pedals. They are just sort of digital replications of them. So they've got some new fuzzes in the Kemper 8.2. It's called the Kemper Fuzz, and they've got a bunch of different ones on there and some presets. So what I thought I'd do is install it, update the Kemper. I'm going to show you a screencast of the Kemper rig manager on the software rather than filming the actual metal box. So I'll just show you on here, run through a few of them and let you know what I think. I haven't actually heard any of them yet. I've literally just installed it. It took forever because I've got nearly 1,000 rigs in my Kemper. We're going to dive right in and let's have a look and see how they sound. So I'm using this clean sound. The guitar here is a Sur S4. It's got two single coils which are quite kind of scooped and bright in the neck and middle position. In the bridge position is a humbucker which is really, really hot. So this will push any, so this is the clean sound. Very, very nondescript to kind of show the fuzzes in their true light. But if we put it on the humbucker, it'll overdrive anything. Okay, so let's have a look. If you don't know, this basically mimics the Kemper's interface, and these are the 4 stomp box slots. That's where the amp is, and then there's the delays and reverbs. You can put other effects in here as well, but we'll not be doing any of that today. So we go to this slot here, distortion. Now this is new, Kemper Fuzz. Well, it was new in mid-May. Red germanium. So presumably this, let's turn that reverb off. Presumably this models that a germanium fuzz. Maybe something like a fuzz face. That's actually pretty. The way the top E kind of dies away quite early is really quite authentic. Lots of low end. Yeah, very woofy. Let's see what we've got here. Drive volume. Drives is going to be obvious. That's quite a lot of gain for less than halfway. Transient shape. Let's come back to that one. Impedance low pass. Is that? Wow, that does quite a lot. I'm not sure exactly what it's, how you describe what that's doing. Maybe it's not low pass. Maybe it does sound like when you've got a high impedance pedal and it rolls off the top end. Definition we already know with the Kemper. The definition is like the top end bite. Hard to describe, but they use that in the amps. Crispy, very crispy. Right, okay, so that's got a huge impact. Huge impact on the sound. When these are back down at 0, I don't know if that's where they're intended to start. So we're on the bridge pickup here, so let's try this single coil. It's got that kind of papery top end texture that sort of that happens. Okay, nice. That's actually pretty decent. I think if this is that old trick that we sometimes play on ourselves, if I just spent 300 quid on a vintage fuzz and I'd plugged it in to the Kemper, I think I'd be quite pleased with that. I'd be like, oh yeah, you can really hear the old germanium. I don't know. I'd be convincing myself that that was special. What else have we got? So let's try the Octa fuzz. I want more octave in there, but it's not really. Yeah. It's quite nice. Let's put some reverb on it. That's too much though. Where are we? Mix. So I'm finding that quite bright. Let's look at these trans shape and trans tone. Presumably that's transient. That's interesting. And this, for me, is kind of the issue with the Kemper in general, is that they give you these parameters, and it's cool to have them, but I think I understand where they're coming from. They want to give us the ability to make any sound we want. So with their new fuzz, Kemper Fuzz, they're presumably looking to give us the options to make an Octa fuzz, a fuzz face, all types of fuzzes. But it probably does a pretty good job. I mean, the fuzz is, let's be honest, actually, making a fuzz is not a difficult thing to do these days. To do it digitally is not really much of a challenge. Pete Thorne used to talk about, or maybe still does, was it the Hyper Fuzz or the FZ, whatever it was, the Boss digital fuzz that was on his board. And as soon as he started raving about it, the prices shot up secondhand, and you can't really get them anymore. But it's just a simple fuzz. There's nothing really spectacular about them. But Kemper are giving you the options of how, showing you how, giving you the Kemper are giving you the possibility of recreating a wide range of fuzz sounds. But what you get is all these controls, which most guitarists are not really very familiar with. I certainly, I've got cupboards full of pedals, and I don't know. I've never seen a pedal with transient shape or transient tone. I think I know what that's going to do. It's going to affect the start of the note, the attack of the pick, and that kind of thing. But then again, doesn't the definition do some? That's traditionally what the Kemper definition control does. And then this impedance does something very similar. You can clearly hear that they're doing slightly different things, but I don't know, man. I like it. I like it. That's well, there's plenty of gain. We don't need any more drive really than they're offering here. That's very splatty. Well, not really splatty, but I'm finding myself running out of words to describe these sounds. Let's see if we can get it a bit more squishy. Oh. Let's try some more presets. Dark fuzz. Pretty dark. So it seems as though the impedance LP, whatever that is, kind of is a bit more of an ampy characteristic than a fuzz. So the further you turn it up, the more like an amp it becomes. It's cool. Might try the telly. Yeah, as usual, the bridge single coil is a good option for fuzz pedals, in my opinion. Pretty harsh. Well, what do you think? For me, they're decent. There is enough attack. I think there's a bit more bite and a bit more I don't know, a bit more grittiness than the previous Kemper fuzz. So that's good. I like it. They're quite ampy, I suppose. What do you think? I'd love to hear what you think if you're a Kemper user. This is 8.2, and yeah, it's. I can play with this all day, so I'm going to go now and spend a bit more time with that. I'll see you in the comments with any further thoughts. But yeah, I'd love to hear what you think. Okay, see ya.